जय हिंद एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल जर्नी विद रूट्स। और आज एक स्पेशल मैं एडिशन आपके साथ स्टार्ट करने जा रहा हूँ। वन ऑफ माय स्टूडेंट उज्जवल सिंगला, जिसको मैंने एक प्रोजेक्ट दिया था, उसने प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट कर लिया है। वो अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन अब यहाँ रिकॉर्ड करने जा रहा है जर्नी विद रूट से। इसका पर्पस यही है कि ये इंफॉर्मेशन को जब पूरी क्लास में शेयर करेंगे, द स्टूडेंट विल गेट द आइडिया कि उनको प्रेजेंटेशन बनानी किस तरह से है, बनाने के बाद प्रेजेंट किस तरह से करनी है क्लास में। Now I am handing over to the Ujjwal Singla. Continue.
Hello everyone, myself Ujjwal Singla, my roll number is 531 and I'm from BCom Honors. So sir gave me this opportunity to make a presentation on ESOPs of Avenue Supermarts. So let's begin. Starting off, starting with the contents of the presentation, I would like to introduce the PPT. So I will first discuss about the company, then I would further follow with the shareholding patterns. Then we will move on to about the ESOPs, then procedure of issuing ESOPs. We'll further discuss the relevant sections and SEBI regulations. ESOPs of Avenue Supermart Limited. So let's start about the company. Avenue Supermart Limited operates under a very famous brand name called DMart. It is an Indian retail corporate that operates as a chain of supermarkets and hypermarkets. It is founded by Mr. Radhakrishnan Damani ji and its headquarters are located in Mumbai. So it is a type of retail supermarket and hypermarket business. Its founder, as I already mentioned, he is Mr. Radhakrishnan Damaniji, a very famous investor. Its current CEO is Mr. Naval Nora, who will be soon resigning in January 26. And its headquarters, as I already mentioned, they are located in Mumbai, Maharashtra. It was founded in 2000s with first DMart store opened in Powai, and as of now there are over 400 stores across the nation within 12 states and union territories. Product range, it has a very wide range of products including groceries, personal care, home items, apparels, etc. Let's move further to the shareholding patterns. The shareholding patterns in the we'll discuss about the shareholding patterns with the difference between December 24 and March 25. The promoters have a major stake, as we can see. They hold about 74 point. They hold about more than 74% of the shares. 74.8. 74.65% of shares in December 24, and foreign institutions hold 8.96%, retail investors hold 8.26%, mutual funds holds 6.77%, and other domestic investors hold 1.37% of the shares. Whereas in March 25, the promoters hold 74.85% of the shares. Foreign institute investors have decreased their holding to 8.18%. Retail investors have also reduced their holding to 8.03%. Mutual funds have increased their holdings to 7.63%, and also domestic institutions have increased their holding to 1.15%. Moving on, let's talk about the ESOPs. So ESOP stands for the Employee Stock Option Plan, a benefit which is given to the employees as a ownership in the company. They work for acquiring shares often at discounted prices. Under Companies Act 2013, an ESOP allows employees to acquire company share, providing them with an ownership stake governed by Section 62, subsection 1, clause B, and Rule 12 of Companies, Share Capital and Debentures, Rules 2014. Section 237, subsection 37 defines employee stock options as right given to directors, officers, or employees of the company to purchase or subscribe the company share at a very predetermined price. Issue of shares to ESOPs requires a special resolution that is to passed by company's shareholders. ESOPs can be issued to permanent employees, directors, excluding independent directors, and employees or directors of holding subsidiary or associate company. Rule 12 of the company's share capital and debentures rules 2014 outlines the conditions for issuing ESOPs, including the procedure for granting options and vesting. The total number of shares that can be issued under ESOPs cannot exceed more than 10% of the total paid up capital of the company, and no employee should be granted more than 1% of the issued share capital. Moving on to the procedure of issue of ESOPs. First, they need to obtain the board's approval for the ESOP scheme. Then they have to secure approval from the shareholders in a special resolution. Then they need to determine a fair value using SEBI approved methods. Because if we determine a lower value, then the outside investors will have conflict with the internal body members, because it will overall impact the valuation. If the share values, if they will give, if they will give a higher value than the fair value, then most of the people won't subscribe for the shares. Grant option, then they have to follow the grant option to the eligible employees that are based on the defined criteria that set by the board members and the shareholders. Then they need to file a resolution with a registrar of company in MGT 14 within the 30 days of EGM. Sections of Companies Act 2013. Section 62, subsection 1 and clause B states that it deals with the insurance of shares to the employees under a scheme of ESOPs approved by a special resolution. Section 169, subsection 3, clause C tells us about the board's power to issue the security, including ESOPs, subject to approval by the special resolution under section 62, which I already mentioned. Section 173 and 174 are related to the board's meetings and quorums for passing the resolution of ESOP insurance. Section 117, it tells about the requirement of filing the MGT 14 with registrar of special resolutions, including ESOPs, that I already that was the last step in procedure of issue of shares. Now moving on, let's talk about the SEBI's regulations. SEBI is the Security Exchange Board of India, and it has issued certain regulations based on employee benefits and sweat equity regulations 2021 for listed companies. The listed companies need to comply with the SEBI regulations in addition to Companies Act 2013, whereas unlisted companies need to only follow the Companies Act regulations. It covers ESOPs, ESPS, SAR, etc. It majorly covers the pricing and valuation, vesting period that is defined that should be at least 1 year, disclosure and reporting obligations, whatever the company and the board have to their employees, manner of implementation, whether they have to directly issue the ESOPs to employees or whether follow certain indirect method or a trust route, taxation. On excise of the ESOP shares, the employee should be taxed as a prerequisite under the salaries. On sale, they have to pay a capital gain tax depending on the holding period. ESOPs of Avenue Supermarts. As per of latest data of 2023, total options granted were 1 crore 39 lakh 73,325 that were equity shares of rupees 10 at excising price of rupees 300 or 299 per option. Latest listings were made in 2019 September, 2019 November, and the lists were made in March 2023. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching Journey with Roots. Please keep watching. The purpose of preparing this presentation is only to make people aware, make the student aware how to prepare the presentations. Thank you. You're watching Journey with Roots. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.